Grinder performers wasn't able to make it to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then when we play characters down in Pomona, we do the full show there, and that's just a blast. Fire breathing and everything.
Oh, wow. Fire breathing. Now, do you breathe fire, or does Lilian breathe fire?
Neither of us breathe fire.
Somebody else does?
Cinder breathes fire, and Delaney breathes fire.
Ah, of course. Well, with a name like Cinder, it makes sense.
Cinder's awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you got $5. Now, you don't get jealous, do you?
Never.
No,
okay.
She likes the dolls.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, okay, so you like being on stage with 4 other girls or 3 other girls?
It's fun.
Now, I know that you're so extravagant. It looks like you're going to be doing some extravagant things tonight, but I know that really you're a little shy. But it doesn't show on stage. But so I guess sharing the stage with a few girls kind of maybe helps you relax, and you can kind of get into your own space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Considering they're all friends of hers too, that she works with here and there.
Yeah, well, that's even better. It's not just random girls that you picked out of the crowd.
Well, no, that'd be creepy.
Well, you're Mortis Dolls reject, isn't that the point? There's creepy and then there's creepy.
Yeah, we don't want to come off like Harvey Weinstein or anything.
Right. There's hashtag Me Too Creepy, and then there's I'm a metal musician who does weird things on stage. Creepy, and you've got the dolls. I would imagine for Halloween are just going crazy.
Well, right now, the dolls even have their own stuff going on too. So we're basically doing some of the theatrical stuff, and then maybe 1 or 2 dolls are performing. Some are performing at Dark Harbor. Some are doing Universal Horror Nights. Others have their other gigs going on here and there. So it's just a very tight schedule.
Oh wow! So the but I mean, you're the dolls that you make.
Oh, the dolls I make.
Yeah.
We're gonna be after Christmas trying to do some production with those and making about 50 different ones, and then posting them for sale on the website along with all the other new stuff coming.
Right. And the other thing that we were last time we were talking about is that you were coming out with a new video, and it was all the proceeds were going to go to support mental health.
Yes, we're going to be doing that one in the winter. We've been having a hard time finding a location to do the video at. I have all the photographers set up, the cinematographer, I have the editors, I have all of the people who are going to be in the video waiting. It's just trying to confirm a place to do this for charity.
Now, you're looking for a studio, or you're looking for like a graveyard, or are you looking for...
Well, for this particular song, we've been trying to talk with a certain event place in Hollywood.
Okay.
That'd be perfect to have this at, but we'll be talking more with them in the next couple weeks, and I don't want to say anything so I don't put anyone on the spot type thing.
Oh, I understand.
But it's a place that hasn't let me play at their venue yet that we're working on.
Ah.
Which you already know this conversation, so...
It's things I can't talk about with you, Wayne. It's things I can't talk about with Mortis. Things I can't talk about with Lilian. But we're gonna get some conversation going. But because I have to be honest, and I was gonna say this, and I better get out of the way. Don't reach across the table and choke me, Mortis.
Throw Fred at you.
Huh? Throw Fred at me, whatever.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you now, when I see you, and you're a very charismatic performer, and you put on a great stage show. But I have to say, when Lilian, especially when she puts on her pseudo Joker makeup, she's so captivatingly beautiful. I can't not look at her.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah, to get everybody not to look at you, or
well, you got to have everyone involved with not just me, because some people may not understand the whole theatrical aspect and just the one singer.
Right.
And then when you bring in more people, have the full show going on, not only do you bring in the heavy industrial and wasteland type manner of it all, but it gives the crowd something else to focus on, and then we all interact together. Plus, it helps get the men more involved with the shows instead of them going, oh, I'm just going to bring my girl here because she wants to go see Mortis.
Oh, really? So there's a lot of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was the first thing I said when I came in here. Remember, I said, is she going to be here?
Yes, exactly. Wayne did say that.
How did you know about me?
Wayne, because I told him that you guys were going to be on the show too.
I saw the video. It was at first sight.
Oh, okay. Geez. No, but give Wayne because you have this look, and you have it too. But I think honestly, Lilian's is more effective. Give him the evil look that you have on stage. Let's see that.
Which one?
You know the evil look, like kind of the little evil side eye that you do.
Hold on. You mean this one?
So look at that. That's that.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy and beautiful. You can't stop looking at it.
It's just gonna bash your skull in.
Yeah, see, and this is a guy now. She's perfect for a horror movie, I would say.
What's funny is, if you remember, I did the remake for Donald Farmer last year,
Yes.
Cannibal Hookers. Yeah.
Has that come out?
It's coming out this
coming out
winter. It's
this
already on
winter, I
IMDb,
think, yeah.
and they've been promoting it, and the video will be available for purchase. And then he's talking about remaking a couple others.
No, I think you should be in every horror movie. Is what I'm saying. I think you're scarier than a lot of people. I think if they do remake Nightmare on Elm Street, why not?
Remakes.
You got the look.
I know.
And by the way, speaking of horror movies, have you guys seen Valentine, the horror movie?
I've seen Valentine.
Valentine, you've seen it? Do you like it?
Favorite
It was
underrated
awesome.
horror films. It was.
Yeah.
I just. It didn't get the what's the word I'm looking for here. It didn't get what it was deserved, and it was really good. I really liked it.
Because you know who wrote it.
Well, yeah. Well, I loved it for the simple fact that even though you might think you know what's going on, by the end you're like, wait, what?
No, I really.
That's what I liked about it. Especially at the time it came out, we had nothing but. I'm not going to speak bad about Wes Craven or anything like that, but we just had a lot of too many wannabe horror films that just didn't live up to what the movie was supposed to.
Well,
be.
it was very post Scream,
Yeah.
and then Valentine came out, and it was so not that Scream was bad, but I Know What You Did Last Summer and all those other
Too many
ones.
thrillers, not enough horrors.
Right. Now, how did you? Now we're coming off Deep Blue Sea, and you did the Valentine first in the Italian Job. I'm thinking.
It was Valentine first, yes.
Okay, so
Valentine began with producer Dylan Sellers was in an airport and he saw this book and a novel.
Right.
And it said Valentine. It had like a mask and a knife or something like that. And he thought, very capitalistic, he thought, I can make a lot of money off that title, Valentine.
right.
Even though they made things called Valentine.
They had My
before.
Bloody Valentine.
So, but he saw that and he wanted to option the book. So he went into a meeting with Warner Bros. With the thing and said, you know what, Valentine's Day in 2 years is going to fall on a Friday. So we can have a great opening weekend. And that's how he sold it. None of the book is in the movie. Like,
That's what
not
I've
a
heard,
single
yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And
And it's better for that, from what a lot of people have said.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything bad about
Yeah.
the esteemed novelist. But no, he, anyway, that's how it was purely a piece of commerce, which is, but we had fun with it. It began as something that I was supposed to direct.
Right.
And then Artisan Pictures, who was going to do it, they had not done their big Blair Witch project yet, but they were active studio, and they just lost a lot of money on a Roman Polanski movie, and so they decided they couldn't. So I got Warner Brothers paid me to write it after I
Right.
pitched it to them. Then Warner Brothers didn't want to make it, so it went to Artisan. Then Artisan was going to direct it, but they ran out of money, so it went back to Warner Brothers. And then Warner Brothers put it in production, not with me directing, but I got paid so much money not to direct that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very proud of it. But, it was originally supposed to be more of funnier in the beginning. And, but I've heard people really like it. And I just heard from the other day from a woman who said that she broke up with her boyfriend on Valentine's Day, went out to see the movie Valentine's Day, and it lifted her spirits. So.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
Well, I related because the killer had a bloody nose,
Yes.
and I used to get spontaneous bloody noses.
So did I.
But
That's
yeah.
where that came from.
Okay.
I used to get them when I was in high school.
Oh, really? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I turned out I had a broken septum. I went to the doctor and got it fixed. But yeah, I just would have bloody noses. So that's great. That's something we have in common.
That's right.
Wow, we bleed.
One
Yes.
of many things, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but were you the one that
He
was?
thinks that we wouldn't have all met in other situations, but I disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? But who knows? I mean, I know Mortis gets around, so who knows?
Yeah. But you realize that everything happens by fate, and everybody knows everyone somehow in some way.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They know things. We touched on the occult last time, and you wanted me to play your song. Was it 13 Dead?
I think so.
Yeah, and we probably will later if I can. I got the phone here, but what is the number 13? People have told me different things. From what you know, what is the thing with the 13?
Well, for the whole thing with 13 Dead
Yeah.
it's actually referring to vampires.
Okay.
In most of the covens of houses, there's the 13 different houses
Right.
together, and basically it's talking about 13 Dead will return again. It's kind of like the masters will come back.
Right.
And then the other stuff, like the beginning of the song's talking about how one of them just got sick and tired of her husband being a cheating whore, and she poisoned him, walked out of the house, went back to her life. And the next part, it's talking about, while you go to sleep at night, Devil's Little Reject is out there slitting throats and having his fun.
Right.
And then he's saying, don't worry, there's no love, there's no respect, but they may be 13 cursed and they're 13 dead, but they will return again.
Okay.
And we have a song we're working on we're working on a new EP to come out next year, one acoustic and one hardcore.
Acoustic?
Acoustic.
Are you going to be now? Are you going to have the screaming metal vocals on the acoustic, or you're really going to sing this?
I'm going to sing it like in Gravebound. And,
okay.
Some of the songs will be just strictly acoustic, and if it's not strictly acoustic, it'll have violins, piano, cello, and then some will have full acoustic with maybe a little bit of synth behind it. But
okay.
It's all going to be acoustic guitars, and it's all going to be basic singing with a little bit of the echoes behind. If there's any type of screams, there'll be ghost screams, nothing hardcore.
Yeah. So I was gonna do my metal scream, but none of that stuff. And the other one's just gonna be the Mortis, just the Mortis
basic,
that we know.
Yeah, the album's gonna be called Rodare Rot, which
oh, nice,
tattooed on my arm.
Oh, very nice.
It's actually a little bit of a mix between vampire and geekish. When I was in high school growing up, I did a lot of Vampire the Masquerade, Dungeons and Dragons, like most of us.
Right.
I liked the Toreador clan. They were the artistic people and stuff like that. And
right.
If you look at certain vampires through the years, there's certain clans that you're like, okay, this possibly could have happened. So I took that as my own, and I liked it. So later on in life, I flipped the name to give it my own twist on it. So it's Rodare Rot. So the next album is going to be called Rodare Rot, The Book of Blood. And it's basically about where I am now.
And by the way, you don't know Wayne, but Mortis is of Transylvanian heritage.
Really?
My family goes back to Romanian Gypsy.
My mother's family goes back to Hungary. But they would sort of do that, making fun, like...
Oh, okay.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Do you ever think of doing a vampire movie?
I would love to.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best vampire movie?
The best one? It matters on the type of style you're going for, but I've always liked John Carpenter's vampires. Mm-hmm. It wasn't romanticizing anything. It was, look, we're this, and it showed the hunter's perspective, the vampire's perspective, and how they just come back. My most favorite vampire film to date is still Bloodstone, and that was done late 70s, early 80s. And they didn't use a lot of CGI. They just used...
I don't think I've seen that one, Bloodstone.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's really good. The lead vampire's name is Radu, and he's supposed to be the brother of Dracula.
Okay.
And he ends up getting cursed and being the way he is, and his whole family's all twisted, and he's got these long fingers, and he's like the traditional Nosferatu, but he's got the long hair.
Nice.
He's kind of seductive, but still creepy.
Yeah.
And they made 3 of these, and it all revolves around this stone that he drinks out of called the Bloodstone, and it fills up, and there's a lot of things to it. But it was I think Full Moon Productions either did it or has the rights to it right now.
Okay.
But it was really good.
Right. And Lilian, what's your favorite vampire movie?
I like the ones he missed because we watch them together all the time. But as far as
but besides that, yeah.
What was it? Vampire's Kiss, I think it is.
The one with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that one?
That was funny to me. I liked it.
Okay. Mine, as I've said before, and because I'm such an '80s nerd, the Hunger.
The Hunger?
Oh, I love the Hunger. Huh?
Not Once Bitten.
I like Once Bitten, but the Hunger always stuck with me. It just because it's like it's a vampire movie, but it's like undercover vampire movie. Like I didn't know it was a vampire movie when I watched it, and it was like. Even after I saw it, I was like, "Wait a second."
Kind of like I Am Legend. You don't know it's about vampires till like
really
towards the end.
So they don't suck each other's blood, but there's a lesbian scene, and it's David Bowie gets old. It's good.
Yeah.
It's got that the Tony Scott with the
his particular look.
Yeah, he's got that look. He's got the flowing curtains and the yes.
They only come out at night. Nice. I think that's about.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Between the Italian Job. Now, you did Valentine. You got paid a lot of money not to direct it.
Yes.
Now that can only happen on every project.
Yes.
Well, I would love for people to say, you know what, I'm gonna give you a lot of money not to do comedy or not to do podcast. Just
right.
Yeah, just trust me. Some people have been tempted to take me off the air and pay me a lot of money, but no. So,
Well, Valentine did very well.
Yeah.
It got back its money in the first weekend.
yeah.
And then, you know, as a writer, you write a number of things that don't get made.
And you probably doctored up a lot of scripts that you haven't got credit for.
Doctored up some scripts, yeah.
Is there anything you could say that you've doctored up that?
Well, have you heard of a movie called, let's see, it was Ben Affleck, called Paycheck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Woo.
Yeah, so I was just brought in to rewrite the very end. The ending didn't test well.
Right.
And so they needed a new ending. So Sherry Lansing, the president of Paramount, called me up and said, I need you to have this ending. We want to shoot